Will the audience please rise as the 7th and 8th grade band, under the direction of Mr. Dusty Johnson, plays our national anthem.
Hello, audience, and welcome to this band's first time in this auditorium since May of their 5th or 6th grade year. What a weird thing. Our Bennett students had to figure out how to find the band room. So it's kind of exciting to have an audience with us in person, to be able to sit in our nice auditorium. I'm not sure if we actually have an American flag in here. I was going to find one, and then we had a piano tuner today, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. So hopefully you imagined one in your head. I know I did. The next song that we're going to play for you is the service song medley, and I think about 8 years ago I arranged it. I was looking for music for a middle school level that included the Coast Guard, and at that time no one had the Coast Guard, and it's recognized as one of the 5 armed service branches. I think we now have a Space Force, but I don't want to rewrite my song to add the Space Force theme to it. Maybe near the end of my career I will, but not right now. But I'm pretty excited about this arrangement. There's bands all over the world playing it, which is kind of cool. It's going to start off with the theme from the Army, and then we go to the Marines, then the Navy, then the Air Force, and then the Coast Guard. And if you served in any of those branches, if you could stand when that branch is recognized, an audience, if you could clap for them, that would be a wonderful show of thanks for their service. So this is our fantastic 7th and 8th grade band playing the service song medley that I wrote. I am so darn impressed with this group. This is my 10th year here, and I've just been very thankful for how this group not only plays, but how they treat each other. This is such a kind, courteous group of people, and there's no, as a father, especially if a father of a very, very handsome tuba player that needs a haircut, but he's trying to find himself with growing his hair out a little bit. And he's talking to his friend, so he missed that dig by his dad. But this is just a wonderful group of people. So parents, thank you for just teaching your kids how to treat each other well and be respectful. If you want to know the challenge that we have every day, there's a flute part, 2 clarinet parts, a bass clarinet part, 2 alto parts, a tenor part, a bari sax part, 2 trumpet parts, a French horn part, 2 trombone parts, a baritone part, tuba part, and then there's 9 percussionists. And if you're like my family, there's only 3 of us now. Picking supper is hard. We can't agree. We have to have all these different instruments agree on playing together. So we're stuck together, and it makes it so much easier when they listen and they work. So can we give this wonderful, courteous group a round of applause for that? And all of the songs that we played tonight were marches. That's not really by design, but it's what worked for us. Our next performance will be November 11th during the school day, which is our fantastic Veterans Day service. So we're trying to get prepared for that. The Sunday before that, we have our Tipton musical, which we're doing in Chicago, and it's fantastic. And normally we would take students to go to the Hawkeye Band Extravaganza, but Mr. Owen and I are with the Pit for the great musical. So if you want to take your kids to a fantastic afternoon full of marching band by the fantastic Iowa Hawkeye Marching Band, and then the Golden Girls there, and the cheerleaders, and the dance team. Tickets are $9, and if you could just Google Hawkeye Band Extravaganza, it's a fantastic opportunity. In the past, we've taken a bus there, but we're all working here at the Pit that night. So I'm not going to talk much more. I just want to say that Mr. Owen and I would really appreciate your help after the concert with getting the stuff on the stage up into his room. If you want to help, that would be really, really nice. And after the concert, you can probably find your band kids on the 3rd floor. But I'm guessing Mr. Owen might be up in the band room telling us where to go, but we would sure appreciate that. So thank you so much tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing the choir sing next. So this is Liberty March. If you could give us a couple minutes to reset the stage, that would be fantastic.
Good evening. All right. Thank you for coming out tonight. I am Mr. Johnston, and this is Mrs. Owen. And together, we sing, and we teach them to sing. And we all sing together, and it's a great time. We are super excited to be back here in the auditorium after kind of our year of hiatus. You don't know what you missed until it's gone, and singing was one of the things we missed when it was gone. I think everyone behind us kind of would agree with that as well. Tonight, we have a few songs we're going to go on for you here, and this might surprise you. I hate talking into a microphone, hate public speaking, so I'm not going to talk anymore after this little bit here. One of the things we're working on at the middle school is this idea of a leader in me, of the students taking more responsibility on. So they are going to actually introduce our songs, talk about them a little bit, and give you some hints into what we're singing about before we do. So without further ado, we'll get on to the first song.
Our opening song is based off of Psalm 100 and was arranged by Emily Crocker. Emily Crocker is recognized nationally as a leading expert in children's choirs and taught public school music at all levels for 15 years in Texas. As a composer, Miss Crocker's works have been performed around the world, and she has received ASCAP awards for concert music since 1986. This song was a fun challenge for us with changing tempos and changing time signatures. We hope you enjoy our opening song, Jubilate Deo.
Sing the We will be singing our next song, Deo Dicamus Gracias. In the language of Latin, it roughly translates to God, let us say thanks. Latin is a classical language and was originally spoken in the area around Rome, Italy. Latin was the language of international communication, scholarship, and science until well into the 18th century. Today, it is known as a dead language, but it is still used in some churches.
In most middle school choir songs, the melody of the song goes to the girls and the boys are relegated to singing backup. In our final song tonight, the roles have been reversed and the boys are getting their moment to shine. Please enjoy the humor of our last song, We're the Men.
Thank you once again for coming out tonight. Very important thing here. We need to recognize Mrs. Barnum, our accompanist. Everything we do up here could not be done without her because I cannot play the piano. Mrs. Owen can, but not as great. She really makes us sound good up here. The next time the choir will sing will also be at the Veterans Day program. On behalf of myself, Mrs. Owen, Mr. Johnson, thank you for coming out tonight. Drive safe, and we will see you next time.